Folks, we hope you enjoyed. There's more. Let me first of all, before we get started with the Q&A, I wanted to give a big thank you to our partners for tonight. One of the sponsors of the festival, Israel. There's a group here. A round of applause for. I do want to say for those of you, and this is not one of those paid moments where you we're one of the sponsors. I have to say something nice. I happened on one of my trips to Israel, stay at an Israel. Has anybody here ever stayed at an Israel? The breakfasts are unbelievable. It's like they're beautiful hotels, and they have like a beautiful one now in Jerusalem on Emek Rephaim, but they treat everybody very nicely, but the breakfasts are like nothing else. So thank you, Israel. We hope you'll all check it out. I'm going to hand things over now to our program manager, Sabrina Bleich, to lead the Q&A.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome to the stage Roee Florentin, the director of the film. Awesome. Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was such a great, amazing film, great characters, and an incredible cast. I think we need to talk about that first. So many legendary Israeli actors in there. Anat Saruf, Gidi Gov, and then, of course, Orna Bainai and that hilarious cameo. So what was it like being on set with all of them and working with this amazing ensemble?
Wow. Hi, everyone. Did you enjoy it? Cool. That's what I want to do when I made this movie. Sorry about my English. It's a little bit rusty. What was the question about the actors? Yes.
Yeah.
Look, I'm an old director. I worked with a lot of famous actors. Okay. So it was like every project, but Gidi Gov, the judge,
It's fantastic.
he's my role model. He was my hero when I was a child, and to direct him and to give him some instructions what to do, it was very, very exciting. And I feel blessed that he gave me this opportunity to work with him. And it was fun. It was very funny. He's a funny dude.
Yeah, he was excellent as the judge. He was
Yes.
hilarious. I also want to ask you about the story and how you were drawn to the story and the script and a little bit more about that.
I saw that at the end there was a picture, but it wasn't translated down in English. It is written there that it's based on true story, and that it is. The couple in the picture are the real one. My co-director was Shai Lahav. I was the director, but he was the screenwriter.
Yeah.
Script or screen?
Screenwriter.
Screenwriter. Yeah. Thank you. And this is his story, more or less. He's from Haifa. He was a lawyer. Then he hated to be a lawyer, and he met this Kurdish girl from Jerusalem that was from another environment that he knew, and his parents was in shock. And all the movie is based on his story. And he invited me to direct this movie. And when I read the script back then, I really liked him, liked it, and him also. And we made the movie together.
Was he on set with you?
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Okay.
Yes.
What was his reaction to the movie when he saw it for the first time, like complete?
He worked on it for a long time. You may know Avi Nesher, the director. So he was the script editor. And he worked on it with him for 1 year or more than 1 year. And Shai was with me during all the process. And we made the movie together. Unfortunately, he couldn't come because he was in New York 2 weeks ago. but I will say hi for him.
Amazing. Another thing I wanted to ask about too is in the film, such a big part of it is like the two different cities, is Jerusalem versus Haifa, and that comes out through the soccer team, but also like in many different cultural ways. And I just wanted to hear a little bit more like your thoughts on that, like the roles of the cities in the movie.
It's not just the cities. It's more about the, in Israel there is a lot of. I don't know how to say it in Hebrew. Also,
It's late. It's late night.
there is Ashkenazim and Mizrahim, and the movie is kind of about it because Jerusalem and Haifa is just it's like facade for this thing, and also today, if 5 years ago, when people ask me if I believe that it's still thing that people talking about the Mizrahi and the Ashkenazi, I told them that no, it's gone because we are in Israel and etc. But it isn't. It's still something that a lot of people talk about it, and it's a lot of there is a lot of לא יודע איך להגיד את זה, I don't know how to say it, עניינים, כאילו יש כאילו...
I don't speak great Hebrew, I'm sorry. Probably one of you will know better.
Issues!
There you go, thank you.
This is the word. A lot of issues about it. And the movie is kind of about
Absolutely.
it.
And there are definitely a lot of like humorous moments that come from that cultural divide, but I think a lot of like sort of serious reflective moments too. So it's a really great balance of that. Actually relates to the next question, which is just how did like Israeli audiences react to the film?
They like it.
They like it?
Yes.
Good.
Because there is not enough Israeli fun movies that people come and have, time for and have fun for in the cinema, and this is this movie is not his goal is to make you happy and smile and go with.
Did it work? Yeah. Actually, for those of you who have been to the festival before, Rooe's film also showed there last year. It was called Mr. Predictable, and it was
also a comedy, romantic.
Also romantic comedy, yes. Really fun, really fantastic film.
Look for it in your website.
Oh yes, find it on stream if you missed it. Yeah, just one last question before we open it up to a few from the audience. Sort of related is I saw that this film is also screened in other U.S. festivals, and there's or other like U.S. venues. This film is very Israeli. Like there's a lot.
Really,
it's
Israeli.
very Israeli, yes. And like as a half Israeli myself, I picked up on a lot, but not everything. How do American audiences typically react?
This is my first.
Your first one being here.
Festival, and now I just understand how Israeli is and how many language slang.
Yes, slang.
Slang. It's in English.
Yeah.
You know what the word kapara? She uses it all the time, kapara, and it's okay, girls.
That way.
What's going on here?
So exit that way, Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of slang and a lot of the songs. I don't know if you're familiar with the song, but all the songs in the movie are very, very famous in Israel. And very familiar with, everyone knows them. And I don't know, people have had fun.
Yeah.
So
I think there's definitely there's some like very universal things in it. I mean, Americans also, we love romantic comedies, so we definitely connect to that. And I think like the slang was also well translated, so it was a lot of...
Kapara was...
Yeah, there isn't a great English equivalent for that one.
Hech?
I think we could probably...
But it's not honey, it's...
I think we could probably argue what the exact translation is.
No, it's from Arab, so I don't know if there is translation
it's
to English
in a few different
from Hebrew.
Ways, but I think in the film the sentiment always comes across like very clearly. Yeah, let's open it up to a few questions from the audience. If anyone has, we'll have a mic come around. Anyone? Oh, we have one right over here. Oh, sorry, a microphone's gonna come to you.
Yes, kapara.
See, that works.
every time.
Have any distribution in the U.S.?
Sorry?
Distribution in the U.S.
There is, I don't know about it. There is a producer that is. I'm just doing the film. I don't know what's going on after it because it's management things. I don't know about it.
Sure. Any other questions?
How's
I
that?
think. Oh, I think there's one over here. If we can get that.
He's from my family.
In English or in Hebrew?
English.
Okay, so the whole story is about the husband, which is really cool. But I'm wondering how the wife reacted when she saw the movie, because she got to see the whole back scenes, and even though she probably heard the story
real life.
before, yeah, she got to see the whole. She got to see real life from his perspective in a movie, which is just really cool. No one gets to do that.
This is very good question, Omer.
Thank you.
And look, when you make a movie, you made a lot of test screening for people. So she came for the first test screen, and she was very, very excited, and she liked it, because she's the hero of this story, and she won the guy at the end. So she liked it very much, and after that, her mother also saw it, and she also liked it, and it was good screening for her. She laughed all the time, and she liked it. Sorry? No,
The questions of
I chose the actress. That's my job.
Just take two more.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you very much.
Wait. Somebody has the microphone here. Please let the person with
So
the
this one
microphone
first.
Because otherwise we can't pick it
1
up.
second, just this one first.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Sorry, so I had a quick casting question.
Yes.
Michael Aloni is so known and beloved to many of us as Akiva on Shtisel. So I'm wondering if there was like a typecasting concern, because he's such a sweet Akiva to many of us.
Now there is a TV series in Israel that called in Hebrew "בשבילה גיבורים עפים." I don't know how they.
When heroes fly.
Yes, that's the translate in English for this
That's
show.
how they're marketed.
Okay, and he's not so cute over there. He's very versatile actor, and he's very good actor. And I chose him because he was very good in the audition, at the audition. But the real story here is about her, about Merav, because I didn't want her in the first audition, also in the second audition, also in the third audition, because I didn't like her. And after that, the casting director told me, you have to meet her. And I met her in a coffee shop, We drank coffee together, and we talked about her life, about my life. And then I understood that she's the right person because she's so similar. She's so similar in a real life to this character. And she taught me a lot of things about people that they are not Ashkenazi like me. And it was very interesting to work with her. Yes, mister.
Okay. Like I said, great movie. It
Thank
was
you.
really nice to see an Israeli film that was light and fun and real. And great.
Thanks.
So here's my question. Not particularly about characters in the film, but that park in Jerusalem that overlooks that, I guess, the wall, the wall. And
Yes.
yeah. That's a great park. Where is that? I live.
I will give you the Waze pin.
No, I played for Beitar Yerushalayim,
Do you know Yamin Moshe?
but I don't remember.
Do you know the neighborhood Yamin Moshe?
Oh, okay.
Yamin Moshe, it's there.
Oh, okay.
It's a park a little bit below King David Hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, you should go visit next time.
No.
Yes,
I'm going
it's a nice place.
I'm gonna go there.
Yes, go.
Great. I think we just had one more question, and then we'll wrap it up. So just wait for that, or maybe two.
Great film.
Thank you, Yoni.
I was wondering, I felt similarities to what was once famous as Sirtei Borekas films. I was wondering if the media talked about it, and was there any references as like a modern Borekas film or any connection to that kind of older cinema, and if that was also an inspiration for you when making this film.
Kind of. Do you know what's Borekas film? Borekas film is films that made in the 70s in Israel that the thing there about people from Mizrahim and Ashkenazim is very, very, they talk about it a lot, very, very much. And it's a kind of, yes, it's a good explanation. And
Romantic connection between
Mizrahim and Ashkenazim. But there, I think it's more mugzam. This is the word, exaggerate.
Thank you all. You're doing the work for me.
Because, you know, there is a lot of accent. How are you? You know, like that. And it's not like that here. Here it's more mellow. And that's how I think in Israel. You know, there is a lot of issues about it. And the media didn't like this film. The Israeli media. No. Because they don't like films that I don't know. I know, but I can't tell.
Awesome. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much.
For coming. Thank you, Roee. Also, to let everyone know, if you like this film, we have another romantic comedy type film tomorrow at 5 p.m. called Almost Famous. There's still some tickets left, and we recommend you come out. Thank you again, Roee.